Okay, so you see this van here. I think this van's super cool. It's an old military Dodge. It would be like an ambulance or something like that for the military. And I like this purplish blue color for it. It looks more blue on camera, but I'm just not a superhero type of guy. Like, I like watching the superhero movies and stuff, but I don't know. It looks kind of cartoony with Spider-Man on it, and this is a good candidate for a new technique I'm going to show you guys. So what you need, I'm on the squeaky chair, by the way, because it's more comfortable. So you want a buffing wheel for Dremel, and you want rubbing compound. I've got a sticky note here because I kept you know, messing everything up. So I've got a sticky note there. So buffing wheel, a Dremel, and rubbing compound. This rubbing compound is from like 1994, so it's not the greatest for you know, polishing real cars, but it's great for doing this. And I'm gonna try to find that year so I can show you. Oh, there, 96. Okay. But regardless, this 3M stuff is old. You can see the labels peeling off of the jug. So this could possibly be a little messy, so I'll probably take my ring off, because I didn't think about that before. So what you're going to want to do is get some compound and rub it on the desired area. So in this case, Spider-Man. And this is Johnny Lightning, by the way. This technique will work for about anything. So we'll work with that right now. Wipe that off, because that way I don't have to wipe my Dremel off. I put this little guard thing over my Dremel so that I wouldn't get stuff splattered all over my face, because that happened to me already. And this isn't sped up or anything, so you're gonna see this in real time. I started on it before just to make sure that it was gonna work. So you can see where it's starting to get a little discolored. And do be careful not to stay in the same place for too long, or you'll go through the paint and then you've got a spot in your paint. So obviously you're not going to want to see me do that for the whole thing, but you can see where it's wearing through the tampo, decal, whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. It's all relative. So I'm gonna keep working on that, and then I'll show you where I'm at, you know, maybe halfway through it or something like that. I always give credit to music, and I need music right now, so we're gonna listen to some Alabama. Going old school here, gonna use a cassette tape. That's typically what I use, but so yeah, got the new model Dremel, and we're using cassette tapes for our music.
Hey, how about you, Alabama? Roll on.
Here we go, I'm really getting it off now. So there's where I'm at right now. Spider-Man's completely gone. I'm just taking care of all this stuff around here now. But you can see Spider-Man is completely gone. So you can see now I got all that extra stuff off of there. I got a little close on this vent thing here and rubbed some paint off. But for the most part, it's all gone. I've been spitting and wiping on it with that rag over there to get it back to what it's supposed to look like. But I just am going to repeat that process. Maybe not for the back, but for these on the sides here. With this being a smaller decal, I think I'll show this in real time, so it's not a time lapse. But this is how this is going to go. And I have my Dremel on 5. It's a pretty low speed. Doesn't need to be real fast though. Just apply some pressure and the decal will slowly disappear. And there you go. It's all gone. I gotta work on getting all this off, but you get the point. It takes it off pretty easily. So, here's this van after I don't have all the stuff off of it, but you get the idea. Same van, just I took all the graphics off of it. Same thing with this one I'm going to do. This little Green Lantern guy is going to be gone. I just want a green van. So there you go so far. It helps if you spread it on thicker like this too. So there you go, all gone. Gotta get the compound off, but it's all gone. The tampo is all gone, decal, whatever. It's got this side to do yet, but I'm just showing you the difference between them. Okay, so if this happens to you when you're doing this, get rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, and just rub on it real hard, and it disappears. Careful not to rub too hard though, you'll rub through the paint. I did that there. That happened with the Q-tip. So do care not to rub too hard. You will rub through your paint. So here's the finished product. I have to polish this yet, but I'm going to end the video here with showing you what the vans turned out like. This was my first attempt, so you know, this one came out a little better. But I got the decals off of this pretty easily. These ones on the door were super easy. There was a bug and a, might have said Marvel right there. But unfortunately, the legs on this little spider here are going to have to stay there until I get something smaller to fit in there. I was starting to file, this shovel net here is rubber, and I was starting to file into that, as you can see. It was getting hot against the wheel here, against the Dremel wheel. So there you go. Here's this one. This was the first side, and I missed some on the fender, but I'll get back to it. But they don't look so cartoony when they don't have those decals on them like that. Like, you know, this looks fine just the way it is. It's green. It could be some kind of recycled truck, or I don't know. You know, comes around and picks up your, I don't know. I'll print off some kind of decals for these. But that's how you do that. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you try this out and you have any problems, tell me. I might have some kind of recommendation. If the compound is all piled up on the side of the van, or whatever you're taking it off, I left some on to show you, I think. Like, see down by that fender, that gray stuff. If you have that, if you run into that issue, use some rubbing alcohol and rub real hard with a Q-tip. Hold the Q-tip as close as you can, and then just rub it real hard. I went through a few with, you know, both of those vans. But I've been wanting to do this for a few months. I just never got around to getting a wheel. So that's pretty much it for this video. Leave your questions in the comments. Subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So catch you in the next one.